Hi guys, Artie here, and today I'll be going over several factors why GTA Online currently sucks. Don't get me wrong, GTA 5 is a great game with tons of content to offer and a huge map. However, the online mode's bad qualities outweigh the positives by a landslide, especially later on into its life cycle. Reason number 1, the game-breaking bugs. In the current GTA Online DLC, San Andreas Mercenaries, there are two disastrous game-breaking bugs. The first one was a glitch that caused personal vehicles to vanish when entering your bunker and modifying your MOC. The second was even worse. The insurance on vehicles would disappear for no reason, and many players, unaware, lost vehicles, most likely permanently because of how they removed around 200 vehicles in the game with the start of the update. There is a point when it stops becoming a coincidence, and they are likely actively doing this intentionally in order to bring up shark card sales. Thankfully, they got patched a few weeks ago when the community had an uproar and Rockstar finally took notice. Besides these two new glitches, there have been dozens over the years, such as the Titan crate sale glitch, the display calibration screen, the silent raids, and the various god mode glitches abused by griefers, and, last but not least, getting stuck in the clouds when finding a new session or after a mission finishes. I have to give credit where it's due, so I'm glad in June they finally patched the orbital cannon glitch. I love how they'll only patch glitches that give players money, but will ignore game-breaking glitches for years. Oh my lord. That brings me straight to reason number 2. The greed in general. The mission payouts were already insufficient as it is, and they decided to cut it down even more. Like if you play a last team standing, deathmatch, adversary mode, race, or a mission, you will notice the payouts have been reduced by a little bit. Does GTA Online not have minimum wage or something? Online video games need labor laws. Well, I'm just kidding about that part. They make it difficult over time to earn money in an effort to encourage people to pay for overpriced shark cards. Overpriced is an understatement, it's more like highway robbery. $8 million will cost you $100 in US money. In my opinion, it should be something like $20 million for $100 in real life. At least. Not to mention Rockstar will pepper in some annoyances in the game such as shark card ploys. You know, like the ridiculous AI aim during the import-export missions, or the CEO work, where they have like unrealistically good aim. It's really bad. Third reason, the overpowered enemy AI. The cops are relentless. A nuisance and are basically like mosquitoes. I like a good challenge every now and then, but the police are plain irritating. You can get a wanted level for stupid reasons, even just for standing next to a cop. Since the most recent update, the wanted level remains after you die. What kind of bullshittery is that? In every GTA game since GTA 3, you lose the cops after you get wasted and respawn. You don't keep it. It doesn't make any sense. And also don't get me started on the enemy NPCs during missions. When doing import-export, there will sometimes be a helicopter chasing you that's half a mile behind you, and way up in the air, yet it can headshot you perfectly in a moving car with a pistol, then you die, and also the vehicle loses money. Yeah, that makes real perfect sense. Not even the best hitman on the dark web has that ability to shoot from that far. One last example I want to bring up is the headhunter enemies. They can headshot you from a mile away, and yet again, in the mediocre update, the vehicle health has been buffed. It takes almost every Oppressor MK2 missile to finally blow it up out of the 25. Number 4, the purging of content. Before this update, they hardly ever took out content other than some buggy missions in adversary modes nobody played anymore, just taking up server space. Want to know how this update could get even worse? Nearly 200 vehicles were removed from the in-game stores like Super San Andreas Auto and Legendary Motorsport. You still have them if you bought them before the update, thankfully. What makes even less sense about this update is that they removed the cars on both the current gen and last gen versions, even though the last gen doesn't even offer GTA Plus. Like if you're playing on PS4, you can't even get GTA Plus. It's only on PS5 and Xbox Series X. I don't think it's even on PC either. Oh yeah, the reason why they removed the vehicles was to get people to join the car club that had a few of the removed cars, which requires GTA Plus. Isn't Mr. Krabs the CEO of Rockstar Games or something? They'll do anything to beat a dead horse and somehow make an already pricey game even more of a cash grab. It makes the overpriced carnival food stands where they sell $5 small cups of lemonade look generous. I understand at the end of the day, a company needs to earn money, but they were already well off as it is before. These changes were unnecessary and just to sucker players out of even more money.
We've got to have money.
Fifth reason, the overall toxic player base. Every online game ever made has toxic players and a scumbag community, but GTA Online takes the cake. You'll casually be driving around, maybe go to Los Santos Customs, and hang out in the city with a friend, and all of a sudden someone locks onto you and blows up your vehicle into smithereens. The Tryhards and the KD Warriors are worse than before. It makes the game how it was back in 2016 look as peaceful as Switzerland. Nowadays you have the Oppressor Mark II, Conjali tanks, the Orbital Cannon, Deluxos, and the Speedo Custom. I don't expect Rockstar to do anything about the Tryhards since you can't change human nature, but they should at least take measures to prevent cargo griefing. You have to watch your back though, because if you make the wrong move in GTA Online, you might get DDoSed by a tryhard. Never happened to me personally, but happened to a few others that fought back against tryhards. Also, that's number 6, the dreaded cargo griefers. Spawn killing someone over and over and over again, and messaging them 1-0 is one thing, but if you're causing players to lose millions of dollars by blowing up their cargo that took days if not weeks to build up, that's all another story. $2,000 for destroying cargo is not worth it at all. Like the professional said, you are encouraging shark card sales by destroying cargo. Trolls justify it by saying, oh, it's part of the game. Yet they don't partake in the lame adversary modes that they promote weekly. Thankfully, there are measures you can take to prevent griefing, such as playing in solo lobbies, joining up with friends, but you don't get a bonus in the solo lobbies. Also, if your cargo gets destroyed, you can close your application quickly and hope that you don't lose too much. Maybe something they can do to mitigate the issue is make it so other players can steal crates only and not allowing them to blow it up. Won't stop all the trolling, but could reduce it by a lot. Number 7, not being able to get enough players to join your lobby for a mission or race. This is something I've wanted to discuss for a while. The invite system in this game is garbage and only allows you to invite current session, friends, people from the last job, your crew members, and also so-called skill match players. One time I wanted to play an LTS mission and I sat in the lobby auto-inviting people for an hour and not a single soul joined. Actually, I think a few people joined, but they got impatient and left. Assholes, but I don't blame them. What's worse is when you want to go on call and try to join someone else's mission, but they kick you out for no apparent reason despite having an almost full lobby, so it isn't like they were trying to have a private match or anything. The decade-old matchmaking system in this game is inefficient and only works after the next round for some reason. Maybe to incentivize players to join some old adversary modes that are sometimes fun like Rhino Hunt and Slasher, they should put triple, maybe quadruple money in rank points instead of being cheap and having normal payouts where no one joins at all. Reason number 8, the poor loading times and the constant error messages. Similar to the point I made about the glitches, there are so many smaller errors such as everyone randomly getting kicked out of the session and the servers disconnecting even though you have good internet. The most annoying bug has to be the display calibration screen where it will appear at random. It also causes all your settings to reset and you have to fix them on your own. It is annoying when trying to join a friend session with Rockstar's trash servers. Peer-to-peer servers in GTA Online is not a smart move just to cheap out on having real servers. Isn't the Xbox 360 days anymore, so they need better servers that actually work. Hope GTA 6 Online has the better servers than the outdated GTA Online servers that have been up since like 2013. 9th reason, the in-game nickel and diming. I'm not just talking about shark cards, I mean the various times the game tries to take away your hard-earned money for various reasons. Having to pay insurance when you accidentally blow up someone else's car or when you drive your own car into the water is annoying. To top it off, there are also daily utility and service bills that snatch over 10 grand for every in-game day. Also, you have to pay for small things such as moving your yacht or reverting a vehicle modification. The most tedious is having to buy a weapon vehicle, again, that you already bought before when swapping it out for a new one, like on the Vigilante. This is a Grand Theft Auto game, I should not have to pay insurance. The whole point of the game is to become a successful criminal, right? Why do you need to pay for insurance in a GTA game? Beats me. Special mention number 1, chat filters not allowing to send mature language on voice messages. It makes zero sense that you can't message other players curse words in an M-rated game, or 17 plus for people living outside the US. Yet the NPCs can call you mother effer on the phone if you jack their ride. Very hypocritical if you ask me. Like it's adults playing the game, and it's not for little kids, so why can't we swear? Special mention number 2, the annoying mic chat and people blasting music in the lobby. Before I found out you could go in the PS4 menu and mute all game audio, I was stuck dealing with annoying sounds coming from players such as chirping smoke alarms, crying babies, domestic disputes, little kids screaming, people chewing food with their mouth open, and especially the very loud and terrible music. When players play their dogshit music over the microphone, it's usually very bad rap music, the worst I've ever heard in my life. At least put on a good song like Gin and Juice or Ice Cube, It Was a Good Day. Better yet, use a pair of headphones or mute your mic if you're not going to talk to anybody using it. I remember having to mute my TV every time I played this game, before they added the feature that you can mute the mic chat because I was getting annoyed with it. Special mention number 3, the clickbait scumbags on YouTube. You really thought they would stop making those repetitive fake GTA Online money glitch videos after 2017? Not at all. You would think the viewers would gain a brain cell and realize they are fake, designed to get views, and instead watch real money making guides. Notice how every clickbait video is a little bit over 8 minutes long, and they copy the same videos over and over again. The first few minutes they ramble on about nothing to kill time or promote some scam site that claims to sell modded accounts. Either they stage fake glitches that don't actually work using video editing magic, or do quote-unquote glitches, which are actual game mechanics like gambling at the casino, or spending 20 minutes AFK on a job to get the maximum profit. I made this a special mention since this doesn't affect the game, but it's rather a problem with the community. And last but not least, Rockstar just needs to move on from GTA 5 and finish GTA 6. It's been a decade since GTA 5 and GTA Online released, and we have been long overdue for a new title in the series. They've both become outdated. Back in the 2000s, they released a game almost every year or every other year. Honestly, the last update should have been the Diamond Casino. Maybe Cayo Perico, but that's pushing it a bit. Didn't even make any story mode DLC in its 10-year existence, because all their attention was online component. GTA 4 at least got a couple DLCs. There was episodes from Liberty City, Ballad of Gay Tony, and the first one was The Lost and Damned, I'm pretty sure. They are just wasting resources on GTA Online updates even after 10 years when they know all the fans have been waiting for GTA 6. It wouldn't be out of the question to get another half-assed online DLC this winter and somehow get an even worse one in summer 2024. I bet the next glitch they will introduce will wipe everyone's garages. What's next? They're going to add the Oppressor Mark III that is an unlimited ghost organization, can teleport you back to your facility, and can set 100 grand bounties on people. I hate to say it, but I don't have much sympathy for Rockstar when GTA 6 footage got leaked last year because they were too protective of letting out any information. Not only that, but refusing to give enough hints about the upcoming game causes the spread of clickbait and misinformation. I'm talking about you, Fernando and Mr. Boss, for the win. It also really kills the vibe and hype when you have to wait too long and just waste time ruining GTA Online even more. Having a reasonable wait time definitely hypes it up a bit, so maybe tell us some things about the game, give us an estimate release date, or better yet, give us a trailer. We have been waiting 10 years, so this better be the best goddamn game ever conceived. I doubt it will be amazing because we lost Dan Houser and Lazo, who have been with Rockstar since the start. Not to mention the new developers will try to self-insert some woke themes, and they are unable to capture the charm of what made the previous 14 games so great. It's just not GTA 6 players have been eager for. We also want Bully 2 that unfortunately got cancelled again. What about Max Payne? Or Manhunt? Maybe even introduce a new franchise. Hell, there are also even a few cancelled GTA Online DLCs, such as the Midnight Club update planned in 2018 and Cops and Crooks update that was supposed to come out in 2017. I doubt Rockstar has any quality content coming in the future, but at least we still have the old games to enjoy, such as GTA San Andreas. The classic version, of course, not the shoddy remaster. One last final note I want to make that I couldn't fit earlier is that the CEO limit and MC limit is ridiculous, as well as the bad sell missions and not being able to choose them, or even getting a better payout for a more difficult mission. I didn't put it on the list since the professional already discussed those. Also, so many of the issues have been caused by Rockstar's severe lack of communication. And that's all I have to say today for GTA Online. Do you think Rockstar games will finally stop being cheaper than a trailer park and start to make wise decisions, or they'll never learn? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, notify, and share. I have more content coming soon, so make sure to stay tuned.